na i-feature
Healing
natin
from
today.
Enderon
Si
College.
Joaquin
17
Mariano
points in that
before
game
this
against
game only
Muntinlupa.
averaging
Can
around 5
he do
points
it
per
again?
ball
dumating na
game
ba
and
yung-
exploded
yung
for
dayo na yun?
17 points. Really
Busy ba kayo?
surprised everybody with his scintillating shooting in that match.
Healing from Enderon College. Ito, 17 points in that game nga against Muntinlupa. Can he do it again against the hapless Makati team? Tingnan natin, Abby.
Well, consistency will be the key here for Joaquin Mariano and the rest of the Manila Stars as they look to build on that momentum dito sa ating laro. Let's turn you over now to our Coliseum marker. But sorry, before that, let's talk about the team matchups rather. Itong Makati Manila Kingpin, obviously, they're very down in a lot of categories.
Well, for Makati, they just need to choose where to be better at muna. No, is it on offense or on defense? Kasi parehong alaws eh. Ang sama. And for Makati naman, they're doing barely enough to be just there, lingering sa middle of the pack. They still need to work on that. But the one thing that Manila is lamang eh, no? Para naman napakakuliya na dating ko. Yung assist per game, 21 assists for Manila compared to the measly 13.6 lang dito ng Makati. Something na matututukan natin sa larong ito, Abby.
So makikita natin if Makati Manila Kingpin will buck the numbers and get a victory over this depleted Manila Stars lineup also. Ngayon, dadako na talaga tayo dito sa ating Coliseum marker for our player introductions.
On the OK Bet, Manny Pacquiao's MPBL fourth season, presented by Extreme. Here at Kamalig Orion Sports Complex, Bataan, it's Makati versus Manila. Now the starting lineups. First, for Makati Manila Kingpin. Starting at guard number 3, Kens Jokno. Playing center number 11, Kaku Morales. Small forward number 23, Max Samonte. Power forward number 24, Kobe Pableo. Starting at guard number 34, J.R. Lastra. Makati Manila Kingpin is led by Vince Valencia. Assistant coaches, GP Valencia, Dane Lahorte, Enzo Severino. Team manager is Vince Garcia. Here's the starting five for Manila. David and Rojas Construction Stars. Point guard number 1, Dan Sara. Also at guard number 9, Marvin Lee. Small forward number 23, Julius Manalo. And the other forward number 99, Joaquin Mariano. Playing center number 30, Ronnie Matias. Manila David and Rojas Construction Stars head coach is Maximino Dayandante Jr. Assistant coaches, Brit Roma, Ricky Alcantara, PJ Del Rosario, Miko Roldan. Team manager is Ado Salazar. Referees for this ball game are
Starters for this game, Kens Jokno, J.R. Lastra, Kako Morales, Max Samonte, and Kobe Bryant Pableo for Coach Viz Valencia. Para naman sa paring ni Coach Max, it's Dan Sara, Marvin Lee, Ronnie Matias, Julius Manalo, and Joaquin Mariano, the top performer in their last game against Muntinlupa.
Well, both teams mingling, no, tinkering with their starting lineup for today's ball game. Tingnan natin how this would affect the entirety of the ball game.
Opening tip, won by Makati. They are in white. Manila is in blue and red. Turnover right away para dito sa Makati City. Dan Sara pushing the pace, forced shot. No foul called. Makati will get it back.
How this would affect
Not really
the entirety of the ball game. A turnover and a missed shot.
Pableo at the post against Mariano. Strong move inside. Opening Good. Won by Makati. They are in
Kita
white.
naman natin na si Mariano,
Manila
sino
is
ka ba?
in
Kaya walang
blue and red.
level of intimidation whatsoever for
Turnover
Pableo
right
to
away
make that
para
attack
dito
work.
sa Makati
Marvin
City.
Lee
Dan Sara
making up
pushing
for
the
that
pace,
Dan
forced
Sara
shot.
miss on their opening
No foul
attempt,
called.
connecting from
Makati
the
will
left
get it
corner.
back right
This
away.
would affect
Coach, how important
the
is a good
entirety
start
of the ball
for
game.
Makati
Turnover and a
against
missed
a
shot.
veteran Manila team?
For Makati,
Pableo
anything
at the
good
post
helps their
against Mariano.
confidence.
Strong
And when
move
their
inside.
confidence is
Good.
up,
Won
better
by
things happen for
Makati.
them on the
They are
Pableo.
in
Kita
white.
naman natin na si
Matias
Mariano, sino
way
ka ba?
off
Kaya
on that
walang
three-point
level
line.
of intimidation.
We just have to note, ladies and gentlemen, that Manila will be without Ira Batalier, Kobe Monje, due to their commitments in the PBA D-League. as Jokno gets another basket, a layup with the left.
You gotta love the energy that Ken's Jokno brings dito sa koponan niya sa Makati, no? I mean, they're all young kids, ano? Yung makaramihan nila, young ones sila, they're trying to develop. But Ken's is trying also to be competitive. Pero Marvin Lee, the veteran, hindi nagpapahuli sa labang ito.
Feeling it early on is Marvin Lee. 2 straight 3-point baskets to start the game para sa kanya. Morales wanting to get that back. That's off to the left. Lee, will he go 3 straight? That's short. Manalo with the offensive rebound. Almost gets another one. Jokno behind the back, loses it, ends up with Samonte. He misses. Manila back on transition. Matias, leaner is good.
Katulad niyan, kaya si Pableo was very confident against Asamonte. Ngayon, ito naman si Ronnie Matias, hindi basta-basta yung mapapatinag kay Pableo. Wow.
Makati with another turnover. Manila on the counter. The white shirts get the leather back. Pableo finish is just about short. But first, let's turn you over to Miss Jan Olianes for her first report.
Having footage, makikita nga natin na underman talaga ang Manila Stars ngayon with Gary David attending a prior commitment and Alan Liwag and Nat Consejo out due to injury. As you mentioned, Javi, Kobe Monje and Ira Batalier are not playing today's game too. Pero confident pa rin si Coach Renzi na sa kanila ang panalo ngayon. He shares na nakuha na daw nila ang panalo nila last time dahil na-address nila ang problem from the previous games that they were not converting their 3-point shots. With their team being a bit older daw, yun ang magiging bread and butter nila at ang pinaghandaan daw nila talaga for their offense for today's game. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that report, Gianna, as Mariano gets the reverse, showing that he can also do it inside, not just from beyond the arc. But that will trigger an early timeout by Coach Vis Valencia. Here's that 3-on-2 break. Manalo dropping it off to Mariano. Power dribble and the reverse on the other side of the basket. Timeout muna tayo mga kaibigan. 13-4 is the count. 6:45 remaining in the first. Back here inside the Orion Sports Complex, where Manila is off to a hot start, 13-4 against Makati City. Manila Kingpin, another flat start for them, only 28% from the field compared to Manila's 55. Sobre Vega has checked in. First attempt is a miss from the left corner. Fast break opportunity
Set your
once
alarms
again
for
for Manila.
7-7 Lightning Flash
by the
Hour. Enjoy
transition
some best
defense
deals and more
of
from
Makati.
12 noon
Jokno
to 1
pulls up.
p.m. and from 8 p.m.
That's
to
strong.
9 p.m.
Matias
with new
tries
deals
to color
every
the
15
defensive
minutes.
rebound.
Buy and get a chance to
Stay
win exciting
with Makati.
prizes. Download
Makati,
Shopee
they're
now.
taking good shots. I mean, feeling
Unfortunately,
nila
hindi
siguro, this is the so they just have to just keep at it until it falls, and then just improve the decision making. For Manila, I mean, feeling nila siguro, this is the perfect opportunity to test the other players katulad nila Manalo when you're playing against Makati, kaya pinasok nila rito to start the ball game.
Almost another turnover, salvage there by Morales, but Jokno missing on the short jumper. However, they get the ball back. Pableo with the left hand.
Well, knowing to si Matias would be a good shot blocker, kaya pinake niya muna. But you can see yung flow ng game natin, not that as exciting as the first game, Javi. But hopefully, the things here actually will pick up.
Mariano in not so familiar territory, sealing his man inside the paint. You could see this guy usually popping out of the screen. in attempting a three-point play. But let's look at this previous sequence where Pableo able to finish with the left hand over the defense of Ronnie Matias.
Ang maganda dun sa ginawa ni Pableo was he faked with his right hand and then changed hands and shot it with the left. So kung sakaling sumabay si Matias for a block, no, medyo foul lang makukuha niya.
Lee, he missed the last one, misses this one as well. Di pa rin gumagalaw ang score natin. Almost midway through this first period, Sobrevega drives baseline, gets the separation from Sara, that basket trickles in.
Although it was a made basket, but it was kind of forced. So something I think Makati has to work on, how to move the ball, how to move the players, and get open for better looking shots.
Sara, challenged by Sobrevega, another forced shot right there by the former San Beda Red Lion. Pableo on the receiving end of a forward pass again. But he will be fouled, and this is going to be a baseline throw-in para sa Makati.
Nakita natin, nakakatuwa lang din for Pableo. No? He's kind of playing the big man position, but he's able to run the floor, put the ball down on the floor for an attack. So, ito yung mga pieces na for Coach Viz Valencia ng Makati na looking forward to na i-develop pa.
Sobrevega, his three-pointer off to the right. Oh, and that's going to be an offensive foul called on Marvin Lee. That's drawn by the defense of Ken's Jokno.
Alam mo kasi, doon sa mga nanonood, sa referees natin, they are mandated na kung hinok ka ng yung humok, ang tatawagan ng foul. Unlike before, pag hinok ka, nanguhok ka, hindi ka pa tinatawagan eh. Kaya ngayon natatawagan pa ng foul, yung hinok mo.
Coach, we were talking about it before this game. Itong si Ken's Jokno, one of the point guards that you were trying to groom for the TIP engineers back then. Kaya lang inabutan niya ng pandemic. What is the potential that this kid has?
Well, right now, what you're seeing dito sa MPBL, inaugural MPBL season niya, is what I was hoping for. No? But translating it to the college game. No? Kaya imagine mo, his heart, yung athleticism niya, and to think, sepak takraw ang main sport niyang taong yan. And I really wanted to develop yung point guard sa kanya na who can hit that yung 2-point jumpers off a dribble. Bigla na lang tatalunan ka na Kobe-esque na jump shot.
And that is Kobe Bryant Pableo, who definitely has that name, seeking a three-pointer from the right flank. And just like that, it's just a 2-point advantage for the Stars. As you look at three-point field goal story on your screen, 3 out of 7 for the Stars. And for Makati, it's 1 out of 6 with Pableo hitting the first one para sa kanila.
Yeah, and to think, lahat ng minintis naman doon ng Makati were open threes. Just like that one nito ni Kaka Morales. Maybe the question is, dapat ba kayong tumitira kahit libre kayo? Maybe there's a reason kung bakit wide open ka in the first place. So, maybe it's just a matter of being smarter on offense, knowing what good shots are available for the players.
And that three-point shot that Kobe Bryant Pableo hit is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances.
Hey, Javi, you're talking about yung si Ken's Jokno, no, for the team that I coached before the pandemic, yung TIP Engineers. Another point guard na I was hoping to pair up with Ken's Jokno. He's actually playing right now. Who has the ball? Itong si Mark Zion Yu.
However, missing on that pull-up three-pointer in transition. But Mark Yu has played brilliantly para dito kay Coach Max. He has been a pest on defense and has been anchoring that defense, going to the offensive side, starting breaks para sa kanila.
Yeah, exactly yun, Javi. How they're playing right now is what I was hoping that they'd be playing for me. So for the TIP Engineers, kasi yun nga, yung pandemic talaga, maraming sinirang plano. But I'm happy for them na nandito pa rin sila sa MPBL.
Fontanilla, first appearance in the game. Yu will attempt the 3, second straight miss para sa kanya. But the Stars get the recycle. Fontanilla looking at his options. Matias decides to put the ball on the floor, hand it off to you. Sees an opening, just short on the reverse, but the veteran, Ronnie Matias, offensive rebound, and is fouled on the way up.
Passed it to you or to me? Yeah, but ito si Mark Yu, great penetration, got the defense to commit to him, So nung nagmintes, Ronnie Matias was there alone for that offensive rebound.
Well, even though Mark Hughes only averaging 5.5 points per ball game and 3.3 assists, it's the intangibles that he brings on the court. And that free throw that Ronnie Matias just sank is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances.
Minsan try mo pumunta dyan, Javi. Kilala ka naman sigurado. Kilala nyo ako, pasok ko sa Extreme. Uy, si Javi pala niya to.
Mahirap yan, Coach.
Discount,
Hindi naman
discount
tayo
agad.
ganyan kasikatan.
No, discount. 50% kalahati ng TV bibigay sa'yo.
Sana ganun nga ang mangyari. Baka naman extreme.
Kaya extreme ang discount eh.
Sario also checking into the game. Almost a turnover para sa kanya. Babam Santa Maria as well. Offensive rebound. And Sarmiento is fouled on the way up.
Alam mo, naniniwala ako na all ball ang nakuha ni Mariano sa taas. But yung braso, yung siko, tumama sa ulo eh. Ni Sarmiento, kaya foul ang tinawag. Tama naman ang tawag ng game officials natin.
15-11 is the count. 2 and 15 remaining dito sa ating unang yugto. As V sinks the first one.
And for Manila, I feel like they're playing with fire right now. For you, nabigyan ng confidence ang Makati na dumikit sa'yo. No, baka sa endgame, hindi mo maiwan ang Makati, and because of that, confidence will be rising high dito for Makati and might steal a game against Manila.
And this is a golden opportunity for them with the absence of a lot of their key players. Batalier is averaging 8.4 points per game. Liwag is averaging 10 points. Nat Consejo, 9. Kobe Monje, 11. And Gary David, 8.3 points per game. That's almost 31 points out of the 77 that they average, talking about the Stars.
I almost half of them. No, nandun na yung puntos mo.
And Santa Maria draining a three-point shot to get them in the driver's seat. 16-15. Fontanilla kicks it out. Aaron Aban from straight away. He can definitely hit that shot.
At kung sinusubaybayan mo ang college ball before, Aaron Aban, alam mo na yan talaga ang kaya niyang igawin sa court, yung three-point shot.
Definitely a knockdown shooter in his days with the Letran Knights, playing for Coach Louis Alas. Sarmiento gets another basket to tie up this ball game at 18 apiece. No look. Gets it inside to Yutok, who is fouled on the way up.
Oh, mga unfamiliar names na kino-cover natin for Manila. And dito naman, para sa koponan ng Makati, you just have to, if you're Coach Viz Valencia, you just have to take it as it comes. Kayo lamang ako, sige, abusuin na natin yung pagkakataon, but not taking away the fact na nakafocus siya sa development of his young core.
Well, I was talking about opportunity para dito sa Makati with a depleted Manila Stars roster, but also for the side of the blue shirts, this is also an opportunity for the players who don't really see much playing time, guys like Yutok, to maybe get their confidence going and have great games in this one.
Exactly. Ito na yung mga pagkakataon na hindi pinapalampas.
Kaya lang yung tira ni Santa Maria, di man lamang umabot dun sa ring.
You can't blame him. Yung una niyang tinira, pasok, swak na swak. So, heat check ang tawag natin dyan, di ba?
Obviously not hot anymore para kay Babam Santa Maria. Navasero gets the roadblock from Aban. Fontanilla from way out. That's going to be a push on Sobrevega. Or rather, Morales.
Pero Manila, no? Sinusubaybayan mo ng etong season na tong Manila, magugulat ka sa nakikita mo sa screens. Sino-sino itong mga to? And this is the perfect opportunity for the players of Manila na magpakilala nga dito.
Substitutions para dito sa Makati. Nepomuceno. Rather, Lloren checking into the game para kay Coach Viz Valencia.
But this also having the perfect opportunity for the veterans na natira for Manila tulad ni Fontanilla na bitbitin ng Manila with that move.
Exquisite crossover. And right here, he gets the steal. Attracts the defense, kicks it out. Eronaban just doesn't get it to finish this first quarter with a bang. But still, the Stars holding on to a 3-point advantage in this one despite the fiery comeback midway through this first period by Makati.
Well, Marvin Lee just starting it off, waxing hot for those 3 threes na nagawa niya dito sa first quarter. But ito namang Makati led by Pableo, hindi naman nagpaiwan. At lumaban lang. Nung lamang ng malaki ang Makati, they just poured it on. And then umatake lang sila, giving them just 3-point deficit lang. Delikado pa ang Manila. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyari dito sa second quarter.
Close game at our hands here. Just a 3-point advantage para sa Stars. 21-18. We will be back with the second quarter of action. Looking at Captain Marbel, Kenneth Duremdes, MPBL Commissioner and Operations Head, Mr. Emer Oreta, always in attendance to watch our games. And makikita nyo naman, always very well dressed. And here, the crowd at the Orion Sports Complex dito sa Bataan. Expect this venue to be filled to the rafters later. They always love to support their home team. Mamaya ang Bataan Risers, they will be going up against Bacolod Bingo Plus in our main game. But right now, it's the Makati City Manila Kingpin going up against the Manila Stars, where the Stars are ahead by 3, 21-18. Happy Palani together with Coach Potit De Vera and Miss Gian Alianes on courtside duty para sa inyo. First quarter field goal story on your screens. Di nagkakalayo, Coach. 7 out of 22 and 7 out of 23.
Well, really, Makati nakahabol din because of their ability to score off the transition and then some timely threes. But itong Manila naman, tatlo na nga galing kay Marvin Lee. And then ito si Fontanilla nakadagdag pa. Improving their lead dito to 6.
That's three-pointer number 5 for Manila in this game. As well as the 5th point para kay Joshua Fontanilla. 7 left on the 24. Sario kicks it out. Santa Maria gets it back to Sario. Marco short. Way short on that 3-point shot.
Take away that kapos na tira ni Sario. That was a great sequence. A drive-in kick, Sario to Santa Maria. And another drive-in kick situation. Santa Maria to Sario. Unfortunately, mintes lang. Pero to si Loren for a fast break.
Chase down right there by Fontanilla. Loren thought he had a clear lane to the hoop. And one of the guards ng kabilang koponan itong si Joshua Fontanilla skying high to block that shot. Let's see that once again. Linis, Coach.
Wow. Kaya siguro hindi kilala ni Loren na ganun kataas tumalon to si Fontanilla. At pinaramdam at pinakita at nagpakilala si Joshua.
Fontanilla, he's been feeling it the past couple of possessions. Floater. That misses. Makati on the counter. Santa Maria gets a screen from Sarmiento. Dribble inside, just missing on the layup. Well, meanwhile, let's turn you over to Gian Elianes with a report about the Makati City Manila Kingpin.
Yes, Javi and Putit, we do see Larry Arpia out for Makati today because of a knee injury from last game. That adds to Ian De La Paz also out for Coach Viz's team. Sabi ni Coach Viz na pinapaalala niya sa kuponan niya na 9th game na nila ngayon. So they have to stop seeing themselves as just kids and prove their maturity. He shares na he believes na may chance naman sila ng mga lalo ngayon as long as they maintain that running game. So before entering this quarter, he told his boys, kahit maraming veterano ang Manila, you can outrun them as long as you cope with the physicality. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that report, Gianna. And Coach, I'd like to ask you, how long this is going to be a very long season, you know, a lot of games ahead of them. How long is Makati gonna settle for, we're just in this for the exposure?
Well, alam mo, itong season, I'm sure, itong buong season would be, yung mga expansion teams sa NBA, even sa PBA, no? Na they're just gonna experience a losing season. But what is important is during a losing season, every game, you pick up something to get better, no? Kahit natatalo ka sa dulo, you're still getting better dapat every game.
Jokno kicks it out to Sobrevega, gets that three-pointer to go.
And going back to your question, the key for Makati for the season is to be consistent in being intentional of what they want to do. So dyan papasok yung leadership ni Coach Bis Valencia.
And usually, Coach, Makati always is able to keep its step with their opponents in the first half. Yung third quarter lang talaga ang naging problema nila where the teams usually pull away from them.
Well, ika nga, di ba? Cream rises to the top. Pagdating sa dulo, it's going to be the more talented team, the more experienced team na bubulusok. And that is where Makati natatalo sa dulo.
Sobrevega cutting that 6-point deficit to just 3 points. 24-21 is the score time. At muna tayo. We will be right back. Marvin Lee and the rest of the Manila Stars holding on to a 3-point advantage with 7:21 remaining in our first half. Lob pass right there off that sideline. Inbound play did not work para kay Navasero. Sarmiento sealing the veteran Aaron Aban inside for the Deuce.
This has been a bright spot for Makati, for the words of Coach Bis Valencia. Itong si Sarmiento, mukhang maaasahan mo at mukhang pag na-develop pa to with more experience, mukhang magiging force ito sa MPBL. So tingnan natin ang maging development nito ni Sarmiento.
And here they come up with a steal. Jokno, nobody home.
So you have two bright spots for Makati, Jokno and Sarmiento. So it's about putting pieces together to surround itong dalawang ito, Jokno and Sarmiento, para gumanda lalo ang takbo ng Makati.
That was the 7th turnover forced by Makati as Aaron Aban sinks his second three-pointer of the game.
Well, that's Aaron Aban who just put up a great shot over a good defender already.
(27-25) is the tally. 13 remaining on the shot clock, and Sarmiento finds himself wide open once again for the Deuce.
Well, you keep feeding the beast, who is Sarmiento dito for Makati, on to his 8th point. Pero ang ganda ng pasa doon ni Santa Maria.
And here, almost an errant pass. But Sarmiento once again, consecutive baskets for him now as 10 points in this one.
A coming out party of sorts para kay Sarmiento. Tingnan natin kung madagdagan pa niya dito. Ito nga, sa second quarter, 7 points of the 10 points na igawa dito ni Sarmiento.
Only averaging 4.4 points per ball game itong si V. Sarmiento as Aban hits all net there but not the good kind on that 3-point attempt.
Ito kita natin, just an impressive pass, a no-look pass by Santa Maria, setting up perfectly itong si Sarmiento sa loob. A great seal actually. Ang ganda ng pagka-lockout din ni Sarmiento sa defender niya. And then ito, umere pa ng konti. No? May hang time pa itong batang to.
Jokno kicks it out. Sobrevega, he hit one from there earlier, but that one is off to the right. Sara will lead the break. Doesn't recognize the advantage. Fontanilla gets a screen from Mariano. Draws Loren on the mismatch, sinks another jumper.
Alam mo kay Fontanilla, you can only hope to slow him down, but you can't contain that guy.
Well, Fontanilla, early on in this season, it has been a question of inconsistency para sa kanya. We all know what he did in his time with the UST Tigers and more so in his time in the with the St. Clair Saints. Pero ngayon, going up against the grizzled veterans here in the MPBL, it has always been a question, can he do it game in and game out? But today, he is showing out.
Yun ang importante for a player, no? Consistency. And even for teams, no? Maging consistent lang sa effort nila, intentional effort of executing what's needed.
Matias hands it over to Lee. Sara on the left corner, challenged by Santa Maria. And it looks like Baba landed on that cylinder by Roldan Sara, prompting the foul called by our officials.
I just want to focus on Makati for a while, no? Ang ganda kasi, may core, meron ka ng duo, may Jokno ka na, may Sarmiento ka na. And then I'm looking at Pableo kanina when he started the ball game. Mukhang may mga pieces na pwede talagang mag-grow together and become a force maybe sooner than later for Coach Viz Valencia and Makati.
And Coach, do you think this is because of the absence of Larry Arpia, napipilitan mag-step up itong ibang players ng Makati?
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. Pero because maybe they're at a point that they need to be moving the ball around, involving more players, and then maybe hindi pa nga involving more players, baka involving the players that have to be, di ba, involved in the offense. Kaya kita mo, ang daming feeds to Sarmiento, ang daming quarterbacking chores dito ni Jokno, and then even Pableo getting into the mix of things pagdating sa opensa. So Makati at least trying to little by little figuring out kung sino rin sila at kung sino ang pwede nila talagang puntahan.
Fontanilla off the pin down. That's a forced shot right there and it's short. Gives up the frustration foul.
And dito naman for Manila, mid-season, midstream, no, in season, biglang nagkaroon ng major changes sa rotation and even sa roster. And you can see here sa screens, Viz Valencia having the daunting task of leading a very young core dito ng Makati. And going back, Javi, for Manila, mahirapan ka talaga as players. Baga, yung mga major minutes guys mo, wala ngayon sa laro. And those seldom used players, ngayon sila ang naglalaro. So this is a game na magiging very challenging for Manila in terms of familiarity of it to each other pa.
Of course, using different combinations here that you're really not used to. Players playing with each other. It's different in practice and in the real games.
Imagine mo, first group mo, sanay ka na nandun si Kobe Monje, may Gary David ka pa. Pero tinatin sa screens na to, oh! Ronnie Matias, nagparamdam lang dito na ang veterano, ganito, bata.
Di siguro siya kilala ni Sarmiento eh. Nagpakilala lang ng konti. Itong si Ronnie Matias.
Nag-aalala lang kay Sarmiento. Oh anak, ito baon mo.
Matias already has 4 points and 4 rebounds in this game. But he will be called for that unsportsmanlike foul after that fracas on the baseline with Vince Sarmiento. He will take 2 shots here, and this will also mean ball possession para sa Makati.
Naku, sa lahat naman ng kamalasan, ano? Pumasok pa naman yung free throw, kaso stepping sa free throw.
Miscue that we don't see a lot coming from players. And once again,
wow! Hindi alam ni Sarmiento ba na nag-stepping siya sa una?
yun na nga eh. You know, it's unusual that you do it twice. Hindi man lamang siya nag-adjust.
Hindi naman siguro matigas ang ulo niyan. Actually, our game officials, was he able to communicate the violation nung una ni Sarmiento? Baka hindi.
Jokno from straight away. That's off to the left. Pableo goes up strong, but another block. That's going to be caused by Ronnie Matias.
At yung sinasabi natin, Javi, for Makati, tama yung Pableo, very impressive offensive rebound and just a strong put back of that offensive rebound, kaya resulting in a foul by Manila.
10 on the shot clock here para sa mga nakaputi. Sobrevega kicks it out. Santa Maria from the left flank. Off to the left as well. That's going to be a loose ball foul, and possession will swing back to the Stars. Our score hasn't moved for quite a few minutes here, Coach. 32-29 pa rin ang ating tala.
Well, things, feeling out things pa rin. Getting to know each other face pa rin pareho for both teams dito sa second quarter.
Fontanilla, Mariano, Matias, Sara, and Marvin Lee on the floor. And that's Sara with a little dipsy-do to push their lead to 5 points. Also getting his 5th point in this game. Let's look at that again. Evading the defense right there. Pableo and Sarmiento just not in good position to block that shot. And Sara adjusting to get that one, and a 5-point lead, 34-29. 3 minutes remaining in this one.
At the Brasilia Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. At 5 p.m., Valenzuela versus Batangas. 7 p.m., Zamboanga versus Sarangani. And at 9 p.m., Jensen versus Pampanga. That's on Monday, July 11.
Marvin Lee and the rest of the Manila Stars leading the Makati City Manila Kingpin 34-29. Javi Palanya together with Coach Budit de Vera and Miss Gianna Llanes on the sidelines for courtside duty. White shirts with the leather here. Sarmiento almost lost the ball on the baseline. And yes, he does. Running out of real estate. Turnover once again para sa Makati.
That was a classic coaching move by Manila na ito si Coach Biz ng Makati nag-timeout and thinking na tao-tao ang pinaghahandaan ni Coach Biz. Manila, talagang nag-change of defense lang para masira yung timeout doon ng Makati with a 2-3 zone.
Mariano, first 3-point shot of the game is good.
The way he shot the ball, parang you would think na meron talaga siyang go signal tumira, no? But the way he shot the ball, yung shooting form niya, para medyo may pagka-unorthodox. Pero tingnan natin kung makaisa pa siya ulit.
Very unconventional 3-point shot. But, as long as it goes through the net, why not? He did have 5 out of 8 in that game against Muntinlupa in their last one. Product of the Enderun Colleges. Here's another 3-pointer on the way. Doesn't get it. Pableo leaking out. Ooh, sorry miss right there. Mariana doing a good job of bothering that shot. Sara gets that one-legged jumper to go.
Ang maganda kay Dan Sara, medyo unorthodox sa mga attempts niya. The way he shoots the ball, parang kontra sa tempo, going in for that 7th point.
Got that all in this second quarter. Sobrevega, he's been attempting a lot from there. Finally sinking another one. Jan Sobrevega, 8 points now in the game para sa kanya.
So ito, mukhang si Sobrevega pwedeng maging spot-up threat as they surround, again, pieces around Sarmiento and company.
Makati preventing that high-low play. Santa Maria leading this break and muscles his way to the cup.
Mga Tito Gaming no? Ito si Santa Maria. Low to the ground, using space, using yung bump to get an advantage for that shot.
Fontanilla, little two-man game here with Waki Mariano. Matias is free for 3. That rims out. Diokno will slow things down. 30 seconds left in this first half. Sobrevega stepped on the line on that left corner.
And those turnovers, petty turnovers, ito yung mga nag-haunt din sa Makati, no, all season long.
That's turnover number 8 para sa kanila. And Coach Max Dayandante will want to talk things over with his squad as there is 26.5 seconds remaining sa ating first half. 34-39 ang ating tala. We'll be back after this timeout. Makati City, Manila Kingpin, trying to figure out how they can trim this 5-point deficit. 26.5 seconds remaining, but Manila Stars will have possession on this offensive.
I find that amusing, Habi, no? Yung Makati, ang pinaka-major sponsor nila is Manila Kingpin.
Okay. Little pressure defense. Ang three-quarter court galing dito sa Makati. Yu on the right side, back to Fontanilla. 6 remaining on the 24. Yu from the right flank, three-pointer, rims out. Still time here for Makati. Santa Maria. Ooh. One-hander doesn't go from way out. But still a gallant stand right here by Makati City, Manila Kingpin, keeping it step once again as they always do with their opponents. Just down by 5 points in this one, 39-34. This guy Joshua Fontanilla just balling out in the first half, showing brilliance. 7 points, 3 out of 6 from the field.
Well, wala nga yung mga ibang players nila, no? So he has to step up. The veteran that he is answering the call of Manila.
Well, aside from Fontanilla, everybody else has been contributing. Guys like Sara and Marvin Lee, who is the top scorer for their squad, really was the catalyst of that good start by Manila. But Makati able to come back because of their energy, pushing the ball on the break and getting some timely three-point shots to go. Pero dako muna tayo kay Miss Gianna Lianes, who is with the best player of the half in Joshua Fontanilla.
Yes, Joshua, marami nga sa inyong teammates ay wala sa game na ito. Paano nyo ina-adjust yung laro nyo to make up for the fact na wala sila?
Siguro nag-focus kami sa kung sino lang nandoon. Mas pinagtrabahuan namin yung kailangan namin trabahuin lalo na sa game na to. And yun, yung mga wala dito, ginugulak namin sila sa, yun nga, may liga sila iba. Naintindihan naman ng team na babalik din naman sila dito after ng liga nila. So, ginagawa namin ito para sa kanila and yun lang, excited ko sa pagbalik nila.
And your team is up by 5 points at the half. I'm sure gusto nyo palakihin ang lamang nyo. So ano pang kailangan nyong gawin?
Yun lang, siguro mas dagdagan namin yung kung ano intensity namin ng first half. Mas doble namin ng second half and yun lang, sana mas gutom kami manalo. And kunin namin ito sa panalo na to.
Thank you once again. That was Joshua Fontanilla of the Manila Stars. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League after this break. Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Halftime na po ng ating second game of the day, and our second game of the day is between the Manila Stars and the Makati City Manila Kingpin. The score is 39-34 in favor of the Manila Stars. Right now with me is their team sponsor, Sir Ryan Rojas. Sir Ryan, before the game, I spoke to Coach Renzi. Sabi niya na establish na talaga ang koponan niyo as a family. What did you guys do to establish that bond?
Yung bonding ng team, at least nabubuo na namin. Masaya na yung team, nag-enjoy sa laro. Yun, sabi na, tuloy-tuloy lang yan na namin, yung step up nila.
And we can see that your team is very adaptable as well dahil 5 of your key players wala nga ngayon but they're still in the lead. What more can we expect from your team for the rest of the season?
Yun nga, nagsabay-sabay na yung liga, may D-League, merong mga nagkasakit, merong mga step up na mga players namin. Yun.
And I'm sure you're very proud of your team and a lot of people are as well. Sino po ang gusto niyong pasalamatan for supporting the Manila Stars?
Nagpapasalamat kami dun sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Manila. Manila, sa tuloy-tuloy lang po.
Thank you once again. That's the team sponsor of the Manila Stars, Sir Ryan Rojas. Magbabalik po ang MPBL after this break.
Sports Complex. Sino kaya makakatanggap ng Jinky Skin para lalong maging fresh at mag-beauty? Huwag kalimutan gumamit ng Jinky Skin. Smile naman! You're on cam! Ngiti naman dyan! Come on, wave and smile! Kapag kayo ang naispatan ng ating camera.
Sa tuwing dadaan ka sa aking harapan, di ko alam ang tunay na dahilan kung bakit ba nararamdaman. Balisan na di pa mapakali, salita ng salita sa tabi. Babaeng gusto makatabi na palagi ko sa inyong pinagmamalaki. Sa makatuwid aking pantasya, gustong gusto ko nga siya. Can you imagine that na maging hip-hop kung si Basha? Okay nga siya, cool, sa puso ako'y sa pool. Pigilan niyo ko please, malapit na akong maulul. Diskumpiyado man sa datingan, sa unang tingin mo pag-iisipan.
Halftime here at the Orion Sports Complex for our second game between Makati Manila Kingpin and the Manila Stars, where Manila is up by 5, 39-34. Here are some highlights from that first half. Marvin Lee waxing hot early on to set the tone para sa kanyang kupunan with 3 3-point shots.
And he really just waxed hot. Ito si Marvin Lee to start the first quarter, which gave them a little bit of a cushion. No, itong first quarter. But then ito, Pableo and company, Sarmiento, even Ken's Jonkno, no, nagkaroon ng konting run na sila. And it came to a point na tumikit, lumamang pa ng isa, Javi, itong Makati. And yes, hindi kayo nagkakamali sa nakita yung halftime score. Lamang lang ng 5 ang Manila over Makati. As here, a great pass, a no-look pass dito by Santa Maria to a waxing hot na Sarmiento for Makati. Dahil nga wala nga mga veterano masyado dito sa Manila, that's why Joshua Fontanilla pilitan na bitbitin, no, together with Dan Sara ang kanilang koponan.
That's why we were talking about the golden opportunity para
Itong
dito
Makati.
sa Makati
Yes, hindi kayo
to take
nagkakamali sa
advantage of
nakita
the
yung halftime
completed
score.
lineup
Lamang lang
that
ng
the
5
Manila Stars
ang Manila
have right
over
now, but at the
Makati.
same time,
As here, a
also
great
an
pass,
opportunity for the
a
other
no-look
players of the
pass
Stars to show
dito
out
by
in
Santa-
this game as we look at the numbers at the half.
Ang handa lang dito because nga dikit ang laban, lamang lang ng 5 ang Manila, so wala ka talagang makikitang discrepancy. But to Makati's credit, kaya dumidikit sila at di na pag-iiwanan ng Manila is because of the inside points care of Sarmiento and Pableo. 20 points sa Makati, 6 lang dito for Manila. Kaya nagkakaroon ng fighting chance dito ang Makati. For Manila naman, 7 of 19 sa 3 points. Not bad, but their turnovers, 9 turnovers, shooting themselves on the foot. Kaya nakakaabuso, no? Nakukuha nila dito ng Makati with 11 turnover points coming from those 9 turnovers ng Manila. Therefore, Makati really just working hard to get back into the game.
Well, the big men of Coach Viz Valencia really taking advantage of the absence of guys like Kobe Monte, Ira Batalier, and Allen Liwag. As we look at the leading scorers at the half for both teams, Sarmiento leading all scorers with 10, Sobrevega with 8, Pableo with 7, Baba Santa Maria with 5. Sa kabilang panig naman, Marvin Lee with those 3 3-point shots for 9 points, and Joshua Fontanilla and Dan Sara with 7 apiece.
Walang problema lang doon for Marvin Lee. 9 points. That was all in the first quarter. Second quarter, hindi mo na siya naramdaman. So this would be a great opportunity for Marvin Lee to start the third quarter to wax hot again.
Marvin Lee hasn't attempted any shot inside the arc in this game. 3 out of 6. Nepomuceno seeing his first action of the ball game. Sara. Shut down by the defense. Mariano, 3 for 3. That's good.
Unorthodox, but it works for him. Ang ganda, no? Sweet shooting stroke by Mariano for his second 3. Ang ganda rin ng pasa. Recognition ni Ronnie Matias.
Played UAB Juniors basketball for the De La Salle Bell Junior Archers and then moved on over to Enderon Colleges where he won a Mythical 5 selection as Kako Morales finally hits from the outside. He has been searching for that all game long.
Oh, Kaka Morales, kani pa ng tira to. Ngayon lang siya nakabutas. Hopefully, this would be visions of things to come dito sa larong ito for Morales.
8 seconds left on the 24. That's going to be a turnover para sa Manila. Lastra also starting this first half for Coach Viz Valencia. Samonte gets it from straight away.
At ito yung what Viz Valencia is hoping for para sa kanyang mga players, no? Na to hit it in stride at pumasok din dahil tumitira naman sila kanina pa. Wow!
This guy doesn't need a lot of space. All he needs is just a little separation because of that quick release that he has, Coach. And yung unconventional shot niya, parang no-off timing yung mga defenders niya. Another 3-point shot para sa kanya as Makati misses. And the Stars are here on the counter. Sara having trouble on that right corner. Lastra being a pest, but eventually picking up the foul.
Well, a very interesting 5 lang to start the third quarter for Coach Viz Valencia. But before we go to that, Samonte with an open transition 3. This would really help the cause of Makati because ngayon, maraming players na nag-iinit. So pwede talaga na kahit sino mapuntahan for Makati.
Lee hasn't connected on a 3 since those 3 3-pointers in that first quarter. Now 3 out of 7 from that distance. All his shots have come from Rainbow Country. 12 seconds left on the 24. Samonte for 3. Can't go back-to-back there. Nepomuceno tried to save that.
Well, alam mo, Javi, my problem with that sequence for Makati, yung bola nandun lang sa left side ng court. It never crossed the middle, never swung to the right. So that's just really poor offense on the part of Makati.
Lastra bothering Lee. Matias on the post. Emergency pass. Sara extra to Mariano. Can't finish on the reverse, but Matias is there for the cleanup.
Well, Kaka Morales challenged the shot of Mariano, which left ito si Matias open again for that offensive rebound.
Now a stoppage of play here as a foul is called on the Stars.
You know, the only interesting thing I see, makita natin ang ganda ng interior passing. Ngayon, sumabay si Morales eh. Rather, ito pa lang si, who's this guy? Nepomuceno. Kaya nawala ng offensive, ng bantay si Matias for that offensive rebound. I was going to this point, Javi. Very interesting for Makati. The hot guy, yung mainit na kamay dito for Sarmiento. For Makati, Sarmiento. It's not even starting the third quarter. So, very interesting lang for me because you always go to the guy na alam mo who's gonna pour in the points.
Only down by 5 points at the half itong Makati, but now the lead of Manila has ballooned to 8, 47 to 39. But opportunity right there by the white shirts, but possession will stay with them. 6:49 remaining in this third quarter. 14 on the shot clock para dito sa Makati. Morales over Matias. That's short. Lastra offensive rebound and put back.
That's a very impressive offensive putback doon by Lastra. Kaya natin, Makati has to be wary about namamagana naman yung lamang ng Manila. They can't afford that. Kailangan idikit lang na idikit throughout the game.
Matias muscling his way inside the paint. Vintage Ronnie Matias.
Sa Tagalog, yung araruhan eh. Inararo ni Ronnie Matias ang depensa niya.
And Jokto, aggressive also on their offensive end. Getting the bruise and the deuce. Itong si Kens Jokto.
Ganda ng penetration doon eh. Ayan, nakita natin. And then on that bump, 2 steps, boarding.
And Gianna Llanes has an update for us about Kens Jokno.
Yes, Javi, and put it with Larry Arpia out nga para sa Makati. Alam ni Kens Jokno na mas malaki talaga ang role niya ngayon. He shares na he's still in disbelief playing here in the MPBL, unable nga to pursue his D-League career due to the pandemic. In his words, kahit wala pa kaming panalo, sobrang saya ko na tinawagan ako ni Coach Viz maglaro dito dahil marami akong natututunan. He adds na swerte siya na sasabay niya ang school at basketball sa koponan na ito. Ken's currently studying Industrial Facilities Technology at the University of Makati. At only 22 years old, Ken shares that he gets a lot of his confidence from his lolo, who is a huge basketball fan, and you can tell Coach Viz has a lot of confidence in him as well. Coach Viz talking to Ken to take the lead, especially during this half when it comes to limiting their turnovers. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that report, Gianna. Industrial Facilities Technology. That's the first time I've heard of that course.
Ikaw na, Kens.
Always great to see athletes able to still stay in school despite the responsibilities on the court. Makati failing to connect on that offensive. Matias at the top of the key. Vargas, first appearance into this game. Turns the ball over right away. Samonte, one man to beat. Behind the back, Kens Jokno for the finish.
Great pass. Behind the back pass doon sa Monte to a streaking Kens Jokno. Ang maganda doon, si Jokno did not think na ay si Samonte na yan. No? Sinundan pa rin niya ng cut, thus getting that layup.
Aggressive defense leading to a steal. Morales, 2-on-2 break here for Makati. Jokno, draws the foul against Vargas.
At ito na nagkakaproblema na ang Manila. No? As we can see here, Kens Jokno huffing and puffing. Even though kakasimula pa lang natin sa third quarter, but you can see really the amount of effort is putting in. Ito sa Monte, behind the back sa dulo. And credit sa Monte for realizing that. Pero also Ken's Jokno for continuing to cut at hindi ina-assume na kay sa Monte na yung layup na yun.
Relentless energy being shown on the break. Itong Makati City, Manila Kingpin against Jokno, really egging on his teammates to pour it on here to cut this deficit. Only a 4-point advantage right now. This could be just 3. That second free throw rims out para sa kanya. Vargas, first attempt. That's way off. Makati tumatakbo na naman. Jokno!
Ang maganda panurin doon, Kes Jokno kasi very athletic. So once you give him that ball, he's also an able and exciting finisher of the break.
12 points now in the game para sa kanya. Samonte trying to shadow Fontanilla. Lee turns the corner. That 3-point shot off to the right. Lloren decides to take it in. Emergency pass to the left corner. That's gonna be a miss by Samonte.
Ayun lang, no? As Makati is able to make these runs, biglang magkakaroon sila ng possession na parang, bakit mo tinira agad? Hindi na sila naghahabol ng gusto eh. They can control the tempo actually.
Matias putting the ball on the floor, wanting to muscle his way once again inside the paint. And Lloren had no recourse but to foul the big man.
The big question is, we have yet to see where is Sarmiento. I got excited nung first half because of his play. And now he's still not seen dito sa third quarter. Baka may nangyari siguro sa kanya or something. Baka may iniinda.
Oh, but maybe we can get an update from Gianna about that status. But for now, back to the action. Manila with possession here. Sario checks back into the game, tries to defend. Marvin Lee. Lee draws the defense and finds Waki Mariano.
It's very evident yun. No? Because they're young, itong Makati, medyo hindi maganda yung kanilang defensive rotation sa weak side.
Sobrevega creates separation. This is it off to Morales for the deuce.
Yun yung maganda ngayon. Makati, naglalaro with full of confidence. No? And Manila, trying to figure out how to get rid itong pangungulit dito ng Makati.
Aban hands it off to Fontanilla. Little hesitation. Steal almost completed by Makati. But the Stars get it back. First attempt from 2 by Marvin Lee. Rims out. Mark Yu short on the putback. Aban, offensive rebound once again. Third try, still no go para sa Manila.
Wow. Credit Manila for not giving up on the play, but also itong Makati very courageously talagang hinihintay nilang makuha nila yung bola na maayos.
Santa Maria going to his strong side and finishing.
Ito naman si Tito Santa Maria, no? Tito Bapap, di ba? Ang ganda ng tempo ng mga atake niya, hindi mo akalain eh.
Itong Manila couldn't score on 3 tries in their previous offensive. Aban hopping his way into the lane. That is also a vintage move by Aaron Aban.
Yung hop step, 1-2 pagdating sa ending. A great move there by Aban.
Santa Maria dishing it off. Sario, short jumper is good.
Si Sario offensively, tingin ko limited pa, no? But with his build, no, and the way he moves his feet, he's going to be an able defender.
Turnover story on your screens. +4 dyan ang Manila. And the points off turnovers, those 12 turnovers, Makati turning them into 17 turnover points.
Santa Maria wisely setting up the play. No, ayaw nila magmadali. They want to take a good shot. Oh, great pass by Loren. To a cutting Kaka Morales inside. Ang ganda ng pasa. Pagod na si Loren pero hindi niya pinilit ang tira. Kaya naibigay pa niya ng maganda yung pasa sa loob.
Coach, we're now tied at 55 apiece. And what's even impressive with Makati, they're doing this without Sarmiento on the floor. But we see this Hop step inside the lane and finish by Aaron Aban, and the short jumper by Mark Osario. Both teams trading baskets. Deadlock right now at 55. 1 minute and 30 remaining in this third quarter. Pableo against Yutok.
Well, nakita ni Pableo, ayuto ka lang, hindi ka Ronnie Matias. Sige, ito na yung pagkakataon ko na abusuhin ka sa ilalim.
Pableo.
Ano nakita ko kay Coach Max, yung people's eyebrow. Talagang taas yung kila eh.
They really like what happened right there. Pableo has 7 points in this game. He missed the first free throw. He tied his average and now breaks it. Now with 8, itong si Kobe Pableo.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, Javi, yung Manila naglalaro sa apoy. Ngayon, binigyan mo ng full confidence. Itong Makati to challenge. No, na baka manalo tayo dito sa Manila. And they are playing the way that they believe that they can against Manila.
But right here on the previous sequence, Aban going up hard and getting the foul. 2 free throws coming up para sa kanya. Aaron Aban has been challenged to step up to the plate here with the absence of numerous big men para kay Coach Max Daendante. Again, no Ira Batalier, no Kobe Monje, no Nat Consejo, and no Allen Liwag para sa Manila Stars. Aaron Aban played more of the 3 position in college and also when he went over to the PBA, but right now forced to play that 4 position para sa Manila right now. Missing on his first free throw. He has been answering the call though, definitely in this game. He has 8 points.
Nakita natin, kakapasok lang dito for Makati, si Sarmiento. But, to Makati's credit, they have this 1-point lead na wala pa si Sarmiento sa loob.
Aban missing on 2 charities. Makati holding on to a slim 1-point advantage. Couldn't add to that was Sobre Vega. Sara having trouble with the leather. Fontanilla. Sidestep beauty is cash.
Naipit doon si Sario, hindi niya alam kung babantayan yung tao niya sa wing. O ito si Joshua Fontanilla who just faked the defense out for his 9 points.
Sobre Vega escapes the defense and finishes.
Kaya naman, at least ngayon, kita mo ang Makati, hindi natataranta. Sige, skumor kayo, kaya rin namin. That's what confidence gives a team as young as itong Makati.
58-57. Fontanilla. Aaron Aban, free for 3. Pableo, aggressive rebound, but throws it away. Ends up with Aban. Numbers right here for the Stars. Sara, what will he do here? And that is gonna end the 3 of 4 quarters here sa ating pangalawang laro dito sa ating Saturday triple header. Makati Manila Kingpin really being relentless in attacking the cup, led by this guy, Kens Jokno.
Well, Kens Jokno, again, a great quarterback for Makati, pero a great finisher. Now with 8 points all in this third quarter. Tingnan natin kung ano magagawa pa ng Makati. Can they pull up an upset against Manila, or will Manila be ahead dito sa larong ito? Tingnan natin sa start ng fourth quarter.
Down by 5 at the half, but now leading by 1. Makati Manila Kingpin 58 over Manila. David Rojas Construction 57. We will be back for the fourth and final quarter of action. You're looking at the crowd here at the Orion Sports Complex dito sa Bataan. They're enjoying itong pangalawang laro natin, but in anticipation as well for our main game where the home team, the Bataan Risers, will be going up against one of the top teams, the Bacolod Bingo Plus. Quarter scores here on your screens. Makati outscoring Manila by 6 in that third quarter.
Nakita natin, it's really just the third quarter belongs to Makati and that gave him that cushion. No, but Makati enjoying that 1-point lead, pero Manila still well within the capability to get one here.
Mark, you still scoreless in this game, but that can change after that aggressive drive on the baseline. Got the foul, and he will now troop to the line for 2 shots.
Shooting 2, Mark Yu.
You still scoreless after missing that first free throw.
At itong nag-hunt dito sa Manila, the chances to put more points dito sa game, to at least put away Makati, hindi nila magawa. Kaya lalong confident itong Makati na kung makakaisa tayo ngayon Oh!
And our referees motioning an unsportsmanlike foul. But
Looks
that
like
action happened away from the ball. So titingnan natin sa ating replay kung ano nangyari dyan.
Looks like against Sarmiento. Kasi si Sarmiento yung mukhang inosente yung itsura
Pag inosente yung itsura, ibig sabihin
Siya yung nagkasala.
Siya yung nagkasala. Pero again, innocent until proven guilty.
Hindi, kahit ka proven guilty, ilalaban pa rin. Ito kita natin sa commercial. Sa slow-mo na to. As Sarmiento was cutting, nabangga si Yu. Blank kaboom.
May konting swing of the elbow right there.
Kaya, si Sarmiento, kita natin dito na he was reenacting yung ginawa niya. At sa reenactment niya, walang swinging of the elbow. Pero sa slow-mo.
Siyempre sa version niya, box out lang.
Well, for Mark Yu, he was cutting. And he was cutting, nagkasabay sila doon ni Sarmiento kay nabangga. Akala tuloy ni Sarmiento na sinadya ni Mark Yu. And Mark Yu calmly making that first free throw. At ma-shoot niya to, lamang na silang isa at malaking relief yan for Manila.
As well as for him, as he gets on the board finally with that first free throw, but missing once again on the second.
Yun lang, ang hirap. Pinatapon ng Manila yung chance nila to put away or makalamang na rito against Makati na alam natin na full of confidence going into this fourth quarter.
Let's turn you over to Ms. Gianna Llanes with a report about the Stars.
Si Coach Renzi na malaking struggle sa koponan niya ang kulang nila sa lineup ngayon. Earlier, he shared na with his older players, he actually doesn't have them go hard during practice to avoid injuries. And during the game daw, talagang calculated ang minuto ng mga veterano para hindi sila mapagod agad. So that's what they're struggling with. Before this quarter, the coaches actually took a step back and the players spoke to one another to find their lapses. Nakita daw nila na na-out-hustle sila ng mga bata, lalo na sa depensa. In turn daw, they're not taking care of the ball and rushing. In their words to one another, remember, magkaiba ang mabilis sa nagmamadali, so let's play a smart game. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that report, Gianna. And that's right, Makati has really been pouncing on the turnovers that Makati has been committing in this game. 13 turnovers para sa Stars, which Makati has converted into 17 points.
At yung sinasabi natin, Javi, Manila is shooting themselves on the foot at binibigyan talaga ng rason ng Makati na to go into this fourth quarter full of confidence.
Well, remains to be seen if Makati can get this breakthrough win. They have been on a long losing streak here after that win against the Mindoro Tams. Sarmiento finally getting a bucket. We haven't seen a lot of him in this second half.
Pero kita mo naman, kapapasok lang, made this presence felt with a great roll, but also a great pass.
Shot clock 14 seconds.
That ball tapped out of bounds, but the Stars will keep possession with 14 left on their 24. Little triangle play set there by the Stars. Sara short on the three-point try. Jokno going up strong, but blocked there by Fontanilla. Great defense to stay with him.
Eh, na-underestimate ni Jokno na napakataas din tumalon nitong Fontanilla.
Ooh, what a sorry miss right there by Dan Sara. Makati right here. Jokno gets the emergency pass. Doesn't get the roll.
Ito yung sinasabi ni Gianna kanina. Iba yung mabilis sa nagmamadali. And Makati nagmamadali. Ito namang Manila, mabilis, nakabawi.
Sara puts his team back in the driver's seat after missing that gimme on the previous offensive. Makes up for that boo-boo with a basket, 62-60. 3 minutes into this fourth and final frame. Santa Maria, two-man game with Pableo. Gets Mariano on the switch. Jokno for three, not really his cup of tea. Short on that one. Marvin Lee. Sara, nobody contesting that shot. Short.
That was a good shot doon by Dan Sara. Unfortunately, hindi pumasok. But you have to give credit again for Makati for just going down back on defense well. Kaya ito si Dan Sara, walang makitang layup eh. Great hustle by Pableo. Dan Sara was just trying to hustle that ball back, but Pableo already was in a good position and had control of the ball.
Sario will give Jokno a spell on the bench. 2-point lead here by Manila David Roas Construction Stars.
Ano, Javi, another player for Manila naman na hindi natin naririnig na, no? Si Mariano parang tumahimik na, hindi na tumitira, or actually hindi na nabibigyan ng chance tumira.
Oh, he's the leading scorer in this game as Makati coming up with another steal. Pableo going hard and finishing the Bruce and the Deuce.
Well, really just a great way of protecting the ball on that layup. Alam na nila ngayon na si Fontanilla, shot blocker din at the point guard spot. First of all, it was a great steal. Started off a great steal dito. And then on a 3-on-1 break, I think this was a perfect pass. And then, Pableo, ang ganda ng protection against the shot blocking guard na si Fontanilla. Unfortunately, masama lang yung baksak ni Pableo eh. Baksak una-ulo sa sahig eh.
And a little bit slow to get up there is Kobe Bryant. Pableo appears to be really shaken up. The first time he tried to get himself up, medyo na out of balance pa siya, but it's good to see him here standing right now, and looks like he's going to be able to take this bonus shot.
Well, hindi biro, no, na tumatama ang ulo mo sa sahig. So, still another opportunity for Pableo to add to this lead.
This free throw coming up is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Pableo, however, missing on that bonus, failing to get the lead back to their squad. But he does have 10 points to go with his 5 rebounds. Lee, 3 for 3. Finally!
A great and well-executed play doon for Manila. Now, setting up itong si Marvin Lee open for a top 3 of a flare screen.
Well, Marvin Lee, before that basket, hasn't been scoring, but he has had a great all-around game para sa Stars, as he also has 5 rebounds and 6 assists to his name. But on the opposite end naman, itong si Sarmiento, as we look at this 3-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. 4 3-point shot of the game para sa former USC Growling Tiger, Marvin Lee.
Imagine mo, pagpasok mo sa Extreme, Javi, ang babati sa'yo si Hart. Di ba? Ang ganda yun, no? Babati sa'yo pagpasok sa Extreme mo, si Hart Evangelista. So, Sir Javi, ano po gusto nyo? Di ba?
Naku, nakakahiya naman yun.
Anong gusto nyo? Blender, coffee maker, TV?
Sarmiento now at the line for the bonus.
On top of the coverage, Javi, to sa second game natin. We were hoping that this game would not disappoint and it has not disappointed us one bit.
Yeah, pressure defense really giving a lot of problems for the Stars. And I'm seeing here Coach Vis Valencia very happy with the way his team is performing right now in this game. Right away checking up on one of his prize guards, si Kobe Bryant Pableo. Looks to be okay though. Timeout muna tayo. We'll be back 64-65, 5:36 remaining in this fourth. You're looking at the crowd here at the Orion Sports Complex dito sa Bataan. Little by little, napupuno na ang ating venue in anticipation for our main match. It's going to be the Bataan Risers, the home team, going up against Bacolod Bingo Plus. Bataan winning a double overtime thriller against Val City MJAZ in this very venue, where RV Bringas ended up as the player of the game. 22 points and 16 rebounds. Pableo, another clear drive to the basket and finish.
Really just a great trapping defense on the part of Makati coming off that timeout naman ng Manila. Oh!
And Sarmiento giving up the foul against Sara.
Actually, it was a poor foul by Samonte. Wala namang advantage doon si Sara, sayang, but this was a great trap. At na-maximize naman, at naabuso ang pagkakataon for Makati again. Brimming with confidence ang Makati. And now it's just anybody's ball game.
Heads up play as well by Sario to get it forward to Pableo, who was ahead of the defense. 66-65 is the count, almost midway through this fourth and final frame. Mariano, you were talking about him, Coach. There he is.
Ito si Mariano, tumira pa ng tumira 3 points. So, ito i-interviewin sa laro sa dulo ng laro pag nanalo ang Manila. But I think Makati has different plans for tonight's ball game.
And you know, when he was interviewed as the player of the game in their match against Muntinlupa, mukhang di talaga sanay na i-interview because he was very nervous when he was answering the questions by Miss Mika Abisamis in that one. But I'm telling you, this guy should be used to being interviewed at the end of the game, especially with the way he's been performing.
Ito, Javi, very important na when you throw the ball inbounds on that kind of play ni Marvin Lee, you cannot hit above the shoulders or else it's going to be called a technical, sinadya mo man o hindi. So yun lang naman. Wala namang ginawang masama si Marvin Lee, except that it's going to be called a technical foul when you throw the ball inbounds in that kind of play sa above shoulders. Ganun lang kasimple.
Again, right now, the evolution of the rules, it's not anymore the intention na ginajudge na ating mga referees, but instead the action. So kung may mangyaring masama dun sa nangyari, dun sa ginawa rather, then our referees will definitely not hesitate to call that unsportsmanlike foul or technical foul, which in this case is of the technical variety, and Samonte.
Oh, and that hurts. Kasi ito na yung pagkakataon mo na dumikit dahil lamang ng dalawa ang Manila. Na 4:46 remaining in this ball game. You need that. You need that. Unfortunately dito, because it's pro na tayo dito, a technical does not automatically give the ball back dito sa Makati.
Just one free throw there given after the technical foul. Lee, three-pointer on the way, uses the back this time.
You can't stop a great shooter like Marvin Lee, and then the same play kaya siya na libre is with that flare screen to open it up in the middle.
Let's look at that sequence once again, Coach. That flare screen given by Mariano and over the defense of Sobrevega. Marvin Lee, back is open at 8:40 p.m. on a Saturday night dito sa Orion Sports Complex. 71-66 is the count. Marvin Lee hitting a three-pointer, using the bank, kissing it off the glass. 5 out of 10 from three-point country in this game for the former UST Growling Tiger, anchoring the offense of the Manila Stars in these very crucial moments where Makati City Manila Kingpin has been threatening to snatch this victory away from them. You see the numbers on your screens.
Mainit ito si Marvin Lee. Parang resurrected ang kanyang career dito in this game. Hopefully magtuloy-tuloy for him.
Only averaging 7.4 points. Itong si Marvin Lee, right now well above that average. At the Stars giving up a foul on this offensive by Makati City. And because they are now over the limit, Sario troops to the line, misses on the first one. Crucial free throws being missed by Makati in the previous possessions, Coach.
Well, it's really about maximizing the opportunities given. Both teams actually are missing free throws back and forth kung kailan na kailangan na makashoot para lumamang. Kaya, but Manila doing more or just enough not to have this cushion. And Makati, sila naman ngayon shooting themselves on the foot with those match-up easy opportunities.
Lee trying to attack the press, but kicking it out to their bench, where nobody really wanted to catch it as it sails out of bounds.
Well, actually, may dalawang kakampi on that side. Pinasa ni Marvin Lee sa gitna ng dalawa. Wala talagang makakatanggap.
Sario kicks it out to Pableo on the left corner. That shot is short. Pableo trying to trail that basket. Yu on the break. Shot is short. Putback is also short. Makati trying to trim this 4-point deficit. 3-40 ang natitira dito sa ating laro. Sobrevega off the relocation. Sarmiento gets the deuce.
You know, I was about to say, isa na lang hindi nakakatanggap ng bola dito for Makati. And it's that guy na nakashoot, si Sarmiento. But now, I think may iniinta sa leg sa right calf niya I think it's, baka pinupulikat na ito si Sarmiento.
16 points now in the game for him. He has been doing a yeoman's job of carrying ito kanyang kupunan. But a lot of players also in double figures para dito sa Makati City as they have turned in a total team effort in the absence of their leading scorer, Larry Arbia.
Ito, kapasok lang ni Joshua Fontanilla, injecting maybe just a bit more great offense on the part of Manila. Kita natin, ang ganda ng atake ni Sarmiento. But right after making that layup, humahawak siya sa right calf niya. I think he is experiencing pulikat, I think he's experiencing cramps right now.
Pableo at the line for 2 shots. Again, missing.
Walang ibang pupuntahan dito ang Makati kundi itong mga missed free throws pag sila natalo sa larong ito.
That could be one of the things that could bite one of these squads in the back. Both teams not shooting well from the line. At Pableo getting a split on his charities. 1-point lead here for the Stars. Sara picks up his dribble. Jokno taps that ball out of bounds, but possession will stay dito sa Manila.
Tsaka kita mo yung swagger dito ng Makati players. Even defensively, you can sense na they're very confident na kaya nila itong Manila.
Oh, they definitely are unfazed right now. Even taking the lead numerous times in this game, and they could do that here as Sobrevega has nobody home to challenge.
2:30 remaining in this ball game. Makati enjoying a 1-point lead against Manila.
They continue to bring it to this depleted star squad, but great interior passing.
Well, actually, kanina pa ginagawa ng Makati yan. Dinodouble nila yung ball handler sa pick and roll, but they are leaving that guy cutting to the basket. At ngayon lang din talaga nakakuha ng Manila to get that ball to the cutter.
Oh, now as we enter our final 2 minutes of the game, Coach Max Diandante bringing in Ronnie Matias and Aaron naman back, and Sara finishing on the break.
And that's how veterans play. Pag in the heat of the moment, they come out and do the great plays. At ito pinakita ng ni Dan Sara.
Here's that steal by Makati, where Sobrevega able to run out of Marvin Lee. But here's that great ball movement by Manila. Aaron naman finishing that play para sa kanila, in Dan Sara getting a crucial basket for them to pad on their lead to 3 points, 75-72 going into this timeout. And you're looking at the raucous crowd here at the Orion Sports Complex in Bataan. Alam mo naman mga taga-Bataan, they really love their basketball, but we do hope that
They love the mask more.
yeah, you guys keep your face masks on as we try to follow, of course, our health and safety protocols dito. Siyempre, safety first tayo dito sa MPBL.
Parang nag-enjoy man sa laro, nakalimutan yung yung mga maskara.
Well, we have been treated to such great games. That first one, Rizal is losing narrowly in that game against Pasig City. And right now, we're looking to be set up for another cardiac finish. Sobrevega from the right flank. In and out para sa kanya.
Wow. Medyo doon naramdaman mo na parang nataranta itong Makati sa opensibang yon. At sayang, galing pa naman sa timeout yon. So now it's Manila's possession to do away itong Makati.
Matias got away with a charge there. Fontanilla attacking the defense. What will he do? Emergency pass. Almost a similar play right there, connecting. But that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Stars.
Ang problema sa Manila, parang walang gusto shoot. And even before this possession, yung last possession nila, halos ganun din. Parang nagpasahan sila, wala nang gustong shoot. And again, pagkakataon ng Makati, 2 inch closer.
Under a minute remaining here sa ating laro, Samonte against Dan Sara. Sobrevega. Both snipers matched up here. Yokno, up big, hesitation, drive to the basket, and it finish.
And that's how you do it. One field goal at a time. At yun, lumay-up instead of getting that ill-advised 3, no, inatake ni Jokno. Great play.
And it baffles me that Jokno's defender was baited on that up fake. He's not really a good 3-point shooter. 11 on the 24 here for Manila. 1-point lead ang inahabol dito. At foul ang maitatawag dun sa drive ni Dan Sara. But luckily for Makati, that's only going to be their 4th team foul. Here's that great move to the cup by Kens Jokno.
Ganda ng shot fake, and then that hesitation on that dribble jumper to the dismay of Coach Max ng Manila.
Timeout will be called here. 22.5 seconds remaining. This is going to be a sideline inbound para sa Manila Stars, Coach Putit.
Well, unang-una, Makati on this next foul penalty puts Manila sa free throw. So you can't foul if you're Makati. 22 seconds left. So shot clock is 14. So wag kang pa-foul, just play good defense. It's just a 1-point lead. You get the ball back. For Manila, you gotta get this ball inbounded and just play the clock. Take the last shot sa shot clock mo, and hopefully, you make a basket. It's gonna be a 3-point lead.
You're looking at the Bacolod Bingo Plus, one of the leaders in the Southern Division, going up against the home team. Itong Bataan Risers, both of these teams only with 1 loss. At Bacolod already with 5 victories. In Bataan, looking for victory number 4 in our game later. Ronnie Matias.
Lalim ng iniisip eh. Parang, paano ba ako napunta sa sitwasyon ko? Parang ganun eh.
Well, they definitely are reeling from the absences of a lot of their key players. And veterans like him and Aaron Aban forced to play extended minutes in this one. Let's see what will happen here. Sara gets the inbound. They're milking the clock. Rescreen by Matias. Sara gets away and finishes.
Wow! A daredevil drive doon by Dan Sara, giving Manila this 3-point lead. Ang ganda. Just really time management on the part of Sara. Nuubos lang niya oras, sinisipat niya yung shot clock. And I don't know, Samonte is not the great defender, especially against Dan Sara. Change of hands in the air. Acrobatic shot by Dan Sara, giving etong Manila enough cushion. But Makati still has a chance to get a 3.
Pableo a little bit hesitant to help on that shot by Dan Sara, giving him a lot of space to be able to adjust in midair and sink that layup. Now, Makati burning their last time out of the game. They're looking at a 3-point disadvantage here, 77 to 74. 11.1 seconds remaining here, Coach. Will they go for the 2 or a 3?
Well, you can go for a 3. Dahil kasi, etong Manila still has 1 timeout. Both teams in penalty. You can go for a quick 2. I'm sure Manila will call a timeout. You can set your defense if you're Makati, hoping for a 5-second violation or a steal. Wag lang foul. So yeah, I think they can go for a quick 2. At the end of the day, for Makati, it's about taking the best shot possible. Yun lang.
Well, on the side of the Stars, Coach, as you look at Coach Max Dayandante, really very serious right now as his team not yet out of the woods in this one despite this 3-point advantage. In your opinion, Coach, should the Stars foul?
Well, that's one thing, If you foul, you're putting Manila. Actually, if you're Manila, yeah, tama. You can foul. That's just 2 free throws. So lamang ka pa ng isang usyubot. That's a good option. Oh, wow.
What a turn of events. That was a careless pass thrown away by Samonte. He was looking to get it to Babab Santa Maria. And right now, hearing it from Coach Bis Valencia, that was an opportunity for them to get a basket to tie the game or get closer by a singular point. But still, 10.5 seconds remaining here. In Manila burning their last time out. Makati will definitely have to foul here, Coach.
Well, I was about to say, unang-una, I was hoping Sobre Vega was there sa last possession na yon. But ngayon, pinasok siya for defensive purposes. Makati can still can still have a chance dito sa game na to. First, in this 10.5 seconds, either a 5-second violation, ma-deny nila yung pasa ng inbound ng Manila, or they steal the ball. If they don't steal the ball, it's an automatic foul. Puts Manila sa free throws, hoping na mag-miss yung 2 free throws. But Makati, they don't have any more timeouts. Kaya once they miss free throws to Manila, they have to go for a 3-point shot.
Manila only 7 out of 13 from the charity stripe in this game, 53% from that area. Aaron Aban, designated inbounder. And Marvin Lee, who is a very decent free throw shooter, is the one fouled here.
Again, I was hoping sa Bravega because he has been playing well throughout the game, especially offensively. On that last play, babalik ako rin sa Makati. I was wishing nandun siya. But of course, and then malaking bagay sa Makati yung nag-cramps. Etong si Sarmiento na nagbigay sana ng stability pa ng kaunti offensively. But you gotta give it to Manila. Though undermanned sila greatly, they stuck with it. They fought hard against a very highly confident Makati team tonight. And then I think they're gonna escape with a victory in tonight's ball game, Javi.
60% free throw shooter this season. Itong si Marvin Lee sinks his first 2 free throws in this game. And might be the one that seals the victory for them. Sario trying to salvage what Makati has left, but that's gonna be another turnover para sa kanila.
Oh, wow. So, he slipped by himself, ha? Tingnan natin, dito sa
To the basket, there was no big man that was gonna bother his shot there because he was able to beat Marvin Lee off the dribble.
actually played well defensively. Ito namang si Kakay Morales, okay rin ang pinakita. But it's just really yung finishing, no? Itong finishing the game, napaka-importante. Makati will just go back to the missed free throws and that bottom inbound play, which I think secured the victory for Manila.
Sara sinks that.